the red, getting back to Let's Play Shantae Risky's Revenge. What better way to start off the final part than by telling you about a move that I've had since the beginning of the game. Check this out. That was the backdash, executed by pressing the L button. You can use it to quickly get out of the way of enemies. So why haven't I used it during this playthrough? Well, oftentimes I forget I have it, and really I don't find it particularly useful. It does make you move a little faster, but only just. I find it easier to just run out of the way of attacks. So yeah, that move is there, and now let's go through the final room. And it's very dark. So dark that not even fire can light the way. Truly, darkness has prevailed in this room. That only a select few things can even be seen. Water drops, jars, enemies, more fire that can't even light the way. This is all very strange. Anyway, we're gonna need mermaid form to continue here. So yeah, we're on our way to the final battle. We're not even gonna make it to, double digits on the part numbers here, but oh well. Change into a monkey to get up here. I think it would have been at least a nice touch if the fire could provide at least a dim light source, so that we could see that this is indeed a room of more than just complete black. But oh well, it's no big deal. Quickly make it up here, try not to get fireballed. And one little crawl in this direction. And we're at the final boss gate. Let's go take on Risky. Who is currently having a discussion with the zombies.
Ho ho ho! Make yourself comfortable, Grandpa. Your genie friend should be arriving any moment now. You three, what are you standing around for? You've been paid, now shove off!
Hey! The deal wasn't for cash. What about her brains?
And our lifetime supply of coffee! Sorry, change of plans.
Oh, Roddy is not happy about this. It ain't worth fighting over. Come on, I've got a feeling things are about to get messy. And so the zombie brothers depart off to the right. Well, Roddy is quite upset over what just happened. Ah, she's gonna keep all the brains for herself. Risky, this is a new low. Turning my friends against each other. It's sick. So where does my backdoor advantage come in?
Ah, you've arrived. It could have gone differently, you know. Maybe you should have just handed over those seals in the beginning and saved your friends from such grief. The outcome would have been the same. Now, give me those 3 magic seals, and I promise that your uncle can go free. I can't say the same for you.
Don't do it, Shantae! She'll use them to unleash the lamp's hidden power! Take them and run! I can't. Risky wins this time. You guys were dragged into this because I was too weak to do my job. It's my responsibility as a guardian genie to face this on my own. Give Risky the magic seals? Wait, I get an option? Well then forget that! She's the bad guy! I don't have a choice. I have to do it. Then why did you give me a choice? Well, that was painful.
The magic seals are mine! Your uncle is free to go.
Uncle, go now. But I'll deal with Risky. Get going. Dum-de-dum-dum. Excuse me, coming through. Just walking by here. Sorry.
Ho ho ho! In a few moments, the lamp will be restored to full strength. And its dark power will be mine!
It's not over yet. There's still time to stop you.
You're certainly welcome to try.
Shantae, I just realized I can't get out of this underwater cavern.
Ho ho ho!
You sure like saying that a lot. Well, you look familiar.
Men! Throw the steam-powered oceanic tinker tub into overdrive. Let's see what this baby can really do.
And what this thing can really do is not much from when the first time we fought it. We're just going to have a bit more attacks to get around this time. Such as this anchor attack that when it opens its mouth extra wide, it will shoot out and then latch it back to you. Make sure you stay ducking for the entire duration of that attack. So just like before, we're waiting for her to spit up a barrel so that we can hair whip it back into the tank. So come on. And make sure you hit that barrel quickly, because if you wait too long, she'll start lobbing them at you, and then you'll miss your chance to hair whip it, and then you gotta do this whole cycle all over again. Then just run off to the left, wait for the cannonballs to stop firing, and then jump back into the action. Tinkerbats will come out of those capsules there, and that's a good opportunity to try and get some health out of them. Chances are you might take a few hits from some rather large hitboxes that those cannonballs tend to shoot with. Oh, hello, Barrel. You surprised me. I was expecting another, anchor. Oh, okay. So, another wave of cannonballs are going to come by. Once again, hang off to the right. Her aim is terrible. You really only need to watch out for that last cannonball, which can sneak up on you. And clear out these tanker bats before they flood the place. Oh, wasn't quick enough getting those barrels. Sadly, you cannot hit them for damage while she's lobbing them like this, so just duck and avoid them. So yeah, aside from a few different attacks, it's not too different from the first time we fought in the intro. But yeah, those hitboxes. Oh, come on, give me a barrel already. You can't hold out forever. I find it weird that sometimes you're too close to it and it counts as a hit, sometimes it's not. Like right there, that looked like a hit. Like I said, the hitboxes are a little wonky during this fight in my opinion, but it's nothing too bad. I mean, none of her attacks really do that much damage. Someone want to drop a heart? No? Okay. Alright. And that's the end of that fight. Like before, pretty simple, no problem. Just that it takes 4 hits now instead of 3. You're finished, Risky. Tisk tisk. Gotta keep your eye on the prize. You see? The magic lamp is back in action and ready to rock. If you still want to know the secret of the lamp, I'll show you. Open wide and say, ah! No! My orange sparklies! Well, she's a bit drained after that. What? What have you done? Ha! Do you understand now? This lamp has the power to suck up and enslave genies. Once captured, the genie must grant every wish her master desires, no matter how evil. That is what your uncle has been hiding from you. With this, I can turn a genie into a weapon of total destruction. No one will dare to defy me. But how could it work on me? I'm only half genie, and that's capitalized for some reason. I'll admit, at first glance, it seemed pretty useless. After all, there aren't any real genies left to enslave. But since you're a half genie, I figured why not use the lamp to strip you of your powers. That was almost bad. She's right. My magical half is gone. What's left is... I'm human! Dun dun dun! Now let's see how you fare without your special powers. Hear me, Genie of the Lamp. I command you to appear! A red-headed Shantae! Oh no!
Do not hesitate. Destroy this brat. Don't stop until she's a stain on the floor.
Well, that's a bit gory. I can't transform. You don't usually need to during bosses. Risky will use my magic for evil, and all I have to fight with are these items I've found along the way. Please be enough. Well, given how much gear we've been picking up throughout this game, I'd say you're pretty well set. Yeah. And so begins the true final boss fight with Nega Shantae, the evil version of yourself. She has all the same dancing abilities that you have. She attacks fast and hard and takes a ton of hits. So this is definitely the time to make use of your items. If you're coming here with just your hair whip, oh, you better get ready for a long fight. And there's any number of good options to use against her. Make sure you've got some good power-ups at least. At least have the Super Pike Ball with you, or the Mega Pike Ball would be more ideal. And, of course, make sure you have plenty of potions, because chances are you are definitely going to need them. Just pay attention to her dance moves. It shouldn't be hard to figure out what she's going to transform into. After all, you've been doing it all game long. And make use of your items while she's standing still. Know where to stand to avoid these different attacks. Typically, I don't like using the Mega Pike Ball against her because it makes it difficult to tell what she's about to do. And often I have to back up to see what she's about to transform into. Or if she's about to run into me or something. So, usually what I'll use is the flamethrower attack, and I will do so once she's done monkeying around here. Oh, a little high there. Sure sounds effective. Here comes the mermaid again. Ugh. Might be best to be at the other side of the room when she does that attack. Be ready to quickly answer to anything she throws at you. It's very easy to be caught off guard. Time for a green potion here. Soon it's going to be time for a red potion as well. Ugh. Get my... Oop. Like I said, she attacks very quickly, so you're not going to get much of a chance to get your attacks in. Okay, let's go ahead and use a red potion. And get my flamethrower out. Urgh, stand still, you pest! Okay, and she's powering up, which means now her attacks are going to be stronger and longer. So you really need to be on your toes here. Backdash is good to get out of the way of the elephant there. Ugh. Stand still! Okay, green potion. Okay, now let's see some Mega Puff in action. It's a good idea to have this set and ready for her when she lands. Come on, land. There we go. Mega Puff has great damage output, so it's a good idea to have that ready. Unless, of course, she jumps out of the way of it. Rude. So the difficulty is really ramped up with this boss fight. But if you've got the potions and the items ready, you should be okay. Please, really, don't come here with just the hair. It's going to be such a pain to fight her with just that. Ugh! Faster attacks, they always get me. Ugh! Time for another red potion. Back to the flamethrower. Oh. Oh, well, that didn't really work out. One little trick you can do, even though you can't transform into anything, you can still do your dances, which will freeze the action momentarily. If you want to use that to freeze the action and determine what she's about to do to you, well, that's an option. I suppose. I thought I had an item out there, so I accidentally used a green potion. Darn. Get down here. Usually when she jumps across the room, her next move is probably going to be a running attack. Get my flamethrower back out here. And that's it. She is done. Let me tell you, that flamethrower is very useful for this fight, in my opinion. But definitely make sure you're coming here with plenty of potions. Chances are you're going to need them. It's over, Risky.
You fool! You would destroy your superior half in exchange for this town of simpletons? Then enjoy your victory. It's only temporary. The last laugh will be mine! Ho ho ho! See, it's totally mine!
Uncle Mimic, you still haven't found a way out. Shantae, you won! Uncle, my magic. Gone. You're human now. There. Everything's going to be okay. Uncle, what about my hair? I don't know why it chooses to obey. Perhaps it's not genie magic as I once suspected. Perhaps that part of you doesn't come from your mother. Your mother. I've let her and everyone else down, all because of my foolishness. It's not your fault, Uncle. The danger was always out there. I was the one who rushed in unprepared. Anyway, let's get out of here. The others will want to know you're safe. At first I thought, well, how would she get out of here? She can't turn into a mermaid now. But then there's also the warp pedestal, which they most likely use to get out of here. So, yeah. And eventually, they're back at the lighthouse. The whole gang is here, too. So all along, Risky had us thinking that the lamp was the weapon, when her real scheme was to get her grubby mitts on your magic. It took nerves of steel to do what you did. Destroying your magical half was pretty gutsy. Bah! Who needs magic? First thing tomorrow, we'll start training again. And this time, I'll teach you some human moves. Thanks, everyone, but still, I feel farther from my mother, from my true home than ever before. Deep down, I want to keep trying, but I'm useless without my magic. And in comes Mayor Scuttlebutt.
Nonsense! Miss Genie, I am ashamed of myself for behaving so badly. It's clear that you love this town and will defend it to the end. That's why I'd like you to return as Scuttletown's guardian. Will you take the job?
You'd take me back even without my genie magic?
Absolutely! I'm going to have a talk with the Yellow Baron and get our town back to normal lickety-split!
You will? Yes! Yes, I'll do it! I'll protect this place with everything I've got, but I won't do it alone anymore. We all love this place, and we'll defend it together, as a team. And I promise that from now on, I won't be too proud to take help from others, especially you guys. Evil never rests. Risky Boots and her Tinkerbats are still out there. And Roddy Tops and her brothers, too. Things will be different from now on. Yeah, but as long as we stick together, evil doesn't stand a chance. And cue the scrolling back up to the sky. And higher. And higher. And higher still. To the moon! Or maybe just to the sun in the sky. That works too. Wonderful! And with that, that is the end of Shantae, Risky's Revenge. It's time to roll the credits. So, final thoughts on the game. This game does end on a few cliffhangers here. Like Risky Boots getting away with the magic lamp. Now she still has Shantae's magic, and who knows what she'll do with it. There's also Roddy Tops, who's betrayed Shantae and all her friends. What's going on with them? And can we really trust that the mayors will be able to get Scuttletown back from the Ammo Baron? I'm not so sure. And then there's the whole matter of Shantae, having lost her genie magic and she did not get it at the end. These are all problems that desperately need to be resolved, and it won't be but 4 years before that happens, when the next game comes out at last. And yes, that is next on my LP list, but we'll get to that when we get to that. As far as the game itself, it was pretty fun, I will definitely give it that. But it is not without its problems. I think probably the biggest problem with this game is how short it is. Having only 2 major labyrinths and a glorified minigame, the game is over just as soon as it starts. Now, short games aren't necessarily a bad thing, but I was kinda hoping for more out of this, given the length of the Game Boy Color game. But oh well. So, aside from that, there is a little bit of structure problems with the game, and the game doesn't quite have the charm that the rest of the series is so well known for. But this is still a pretty solid Shantae experience. It's very colorful, very well animated. It made the jump from the Game Boy Color very nicely. Pretty much to sum it up, what this game really needs to be truly great is just more content, more labyrinths, more items, etc., etc. Overall, I'm gonna rate this game with an 8 out of 10. It's a very fun game, it's worth picking up, but I would not recommend this as your first Shantae game. Go play the Game Boy Color game first. It's a lot more... It's got more charm to it, it's a lot more interesting of a game. In my opinion, at least. But this one is worth checking out, too. Thanks for playing! And at the very end, we will be given an ending image depending on how we did in the game itself. Okay, you press start. And so for finishing the game in 4 hours and 25 minutes and collecting all 34 of the special items, that being all the magic jams and the heart holders and whatnot, we get this nice little picture of Risky Boots overlooking the sea. And you will get a different image every time you finish the game. So for finishing the game in over 2 hours and without collecting all of the special items, you get this nice little picture of Shantae sitting on a pillow in what looks like some sort of palace. And she looks super adorable. A pretty nice ending image, if I do say so myself. Beat the game in under 2 hours without collecting all the special items, and you get a picture of Roddy Tops. Because nothing says speedrun like a slow zombie. But then again, there was that moment in the Game Boy Color when you had that race with her. She was pretty quick then. I don't know. And then finally, for finishing the game in under 3 hours and collecting all of the special items, you get this picture of Shantae in a bikini. Because fan service. I almost wonder if this is a callback to the original Metroid, where, depending on how quickly you finish the game, Samus would wear less clothing. Could that be what this is referencing? I don't know. You be the judge. And so, we're back at the title screen. And with that, we are officially done with Shantae Risky's Revenge. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. This is The Red. See you next game.